Welcome students to our captivating world of SmartClass, and today we are going to explore the fascinating world of motion and time. Motion and time are fundamental concepts that help us understand the world around us. In this video, we will explore these concepts in detail and learn how to identify different types of motions, calculate speed and velocity, graph motion, and measure time. By understanding these concepts, we can gain a deeper understanding of the physical world and its applications. Understanding motion. Motion is the change in position of an object with respect to time. There are three types of motion: rectilinear, circular, and periodic. Rectilinear motion is when an object moves in a straight line, while circular motion is when an object moves in a circular path. Periodic motion is when an object moves in a repetitive pattern, such as a pendulum. Identifying speed. To determine the speed of an object, we need to calculate the distance it has traveled and the time it took to travel that distance. The formula for speed is speed equals distance upon time. For example, if a car travels 100 kilometers in 2 hours, its speed would be 50 kilometers per hour. Graphing motion. We can also graph the motion of an object using a distance-time graph. The x-axis represents time, while the y-axis represents distance. By plotting the distance traveled at different times, we can see how the object's motion changes over time. It is important to choose the right scales for the x and y axis based on the range of values for each quantity and the maximum part of the paper that can be used. Calculating average speed. Average speed is the total distance traveled divided by the total time taken. For example, if a car travels 100 kilometers in 2 hours and then 50 kilometers in 1 hour, its average speed would be 100 plus 50 divided by 2 plus 1 equals 50 kilometers per hour. Understanding velocity. Velocity is the speed of an object in a specific direction. It is calculated by dividing the displacement by the time taken. Displacement is the change in position of an object from its initial position to its final position. For example, if a car travels 100 kilometers north in 2 hours, its velocity would be 50 kilometers per hour north. Acceleration. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity with respect to time. It is calculated by dividing the change in velocity by the time taken. For example, if a car's velocity changes from 0 km per hour to 50 km per hour in 10 seconds, its acceleration would be 50 minus 0 divided by 10, which equals 5 km per hour per second. Acceleration can be positive, that is when the velocity is increasing, or negative, that is when the velocity is decreasing. Uniform and non-uniform motion. Uniform motion is when an object moves with a constant speed in a straight line. The distance-time graph for uniform motion is a straight line. Non-uniform motion is when an object moves with a changing speed or direction. The distance-time graph for non-uniform motion is a curved line. Simple pendulum. A simple pendulum is a weight suspended from a fixed point that swings back and forth in a periodic motion. The time taken for one complete swing is called the time period. The time period of a simple pendulum depends on its length and the acceleration due to gravity. Measuring time periodic events such as the motion of a pendulum are used for the measurement of time. The time period of a pendulum can be used to make clocks and watches. sundials can also be used to mark the time of the day based on the position of the sun. Applications of motion and time. The concepts of motion and time have many practical applications in our daily lives. For example, we use clocks and watches to measure time, and we use speedometers to measure the speed of vehicles. Understanding motion and time can also help us design and improve machines and devices such as cars and airplanes. In conclusion, motion and time are fundamental concepts that help us understand the world around us. By learning how to identify different types of motion, calculate speed and velocity, graph motion and measure time, we can gain a deeper understanding of the physical world and its applications. So that's all, friends, about motion and time. We will meet you in the next video on another topic. Hope you liked the video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon. Till then, take care and keep learning and be curious.